charged in the indictment are Chandrakant Patel of Oakdale, Chad Doyle, Chief of Police of the City of Oakdale, Michael Slaney, the Marshal for Ward 5 Marshal Office in Oakdale, Glenn Dixon, the former Chief of Police of Forest Hill, and Tebow Oisha, the former Chief of Police for the City of Glenmora.
Breaking news on News Channel 5's Midday. We're learning new details in FBI operations connected to two son-in-law chiefs of police. The current chiefs of police for Oakdale and Forest Hill and the former chief of police for Glenmora allegedly involved in a scheme to help provide fraudulent citizen visas. This comes from an indictment announcement ending just over an hour ago. And good afternoon, and thanks for joining us here on News Channel 5's Midday. I'm Joanna Phillips. We first told you of FBI and Homeland Security investigations operations in Forest Hill, Glenmora, and at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Baton Rouge. New details released today at a joint law enforcement conference in Lafayette. And that's where we find our Colin Vidros live. Colin, what are we learning?
Well, Joanna, you had just mentioned it just there. 3 chiefs of police were arrested as a part of this operation. Those include Chad Doyle, the chief of police for Oakdale, Glenn Dixon for the village of Forest Hill, and Tebow Onisha, the former chief of police over in Glenmora. But 2 others were also indicted in this case, and that was Michael Slaney, the marshal of Ward 5 in Oakdale, as well as Chad Shakadrant Patel. Now, these were all charged with multiple counts, including visa fraud, conspiracy to commit visa fraud, as well as mail fraud, and among others. Take a listen.
On July 2nd, a federal grand jury in Shreveport returned a 62-count indictment charging 5 individuals, including law enforcement officers and a business leader in central Louisiana, with conspiracy, immigration fraud, bribery, mail fraud, and money laundering offenses.
Key portion of this indictment stemmed from Rapides Parish. Sheriff Mark Wood, along with an official with the Rapides Area Drug Enforcement Agency, were in attendance at today's conference. Here's what Sheriff Wood had to say on the indictment of 2 police chiefs from Rapides.
99.9% of law enforcement is good. There are occasional bad apples, and this is what happens. So I want to commend everybody that's up here that worked on this, brought this to a close, and I'm sure it's going to go a little further. But I want to assure the public that we are held to a higher standard.
Officials say this is under Operation Take Back America and part of the Homeland Security Task Force here in Louisiana. Now, tonight we'll have much more to come from today's conference and more details for you here tonight. But reporting outside of the federal courthouse here in Lafayette, Colin Vidros for News Channel 5. Joanna, we'll send it back to you.